This is our first
OG.
pod after announcing it. Like the boys had a pod
Oh.
yesterday, West Coast pod, but now it's the East Coast's turn to talk about stuff.
The OG All Madden pod. Good to see you again, bro. How's your vacation?
My
Catch us in.
vacation,
Where'd you go?
yeah,
What'd you do? What was your favorite thing you did?
I will tell you. I'll tell you. So we went to me and my family. My grandpa wanted to have like a one last trip to take the whole family on a vacation. So we spent 7 nights in the Cayman Islands in like this sick penthouse condo right on the beach, like 4 bedroom. It was awesome. There were 12 of us there, like scuba diving, snorkeling, jet skiing every day. It was a great time. Um, but I'm happy to be back and happy to be talking Madden with you.
That's all I was
Let me
working
get the
on,
link
man.
in the. Oh, you're getting the link in the chat for the boys.
No, you good. Go ahead. Actually, I got you. I already have it copied.
Nice. Well, I was itching to get back in here. We've got so much to talk about. I mean, I played a couple Madden games while I was in the Cayman Islands. I beat Joke in an epic game, dude, where my whole family was watching. We've talked about this before. If you could have your family watch you play a fucking Madden game, it is
It's all
lit, dude.
so
It's so
electric.
intense. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I had a
Just showing
game
them
like
how much you
that.
care about it.
Yeah. And I had a game like that last man with I think we talked about it. My dad was watching it. He was sitting on the couch, and I kept hearing him just reacting quietly because he doesn't really react much. But he'd be like, oof, oof. And I just pumped me up. Won that game, and you won yours, so that must have had that room fucking hyped up.
Well, it was awesome. I beat Joke. He was up 14-0 at halftime. I blew him out in the second half. That was great. Later in the week, I played Timmy. Not as good. Timmy marches down the
Yeah,
field, gets a game-winning drive on me. My cousin was looking at me, not C-Jack. My other cousin on my mom's side was
the good
14 years old. He was so disappointed in me. He had a good cousin.
14 years old.
Dude, so disappointed in me. Like, because he looks up to me so much, and I blew
Damn.
the game. It was
Now he
tough.
thinks you're a Madden loser. Yeah,
He
that's tough.
does.
That's
He
tough.
does.
And what was it, 10-13, I think, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was like, this game is really boring compared to the other game. Will, like, I'm about to bounce.
Damn, tough room, harsh critic.
Yeah, they're an unforgiving squad. But dude. I texted you the other day. I was like, I am itching to get back in the booth because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about in this league. So what we're covering tonight is this. It's March. College basketball has been going on. New Jersey has been dominating, by the way. FDU, Princeton. We don't need to talk about it, but we got a March Madness themed pod. We've got tiers, all new tiers. No more tanking for Caleb Williams. He's already been drafted. We got these new tiers. They're college basketball tiers. Go ahead.
On that note, I just want to, you know, brag a little bit. I am on the leaderboards. I am. Oh shit! I dropped. Dang. Hold on.
You're not doing well in the March Madness bracket?
I guess not. I thought I was up there, but I don't know. Hold on. How did it go?
Is my sister dominating? She probably is. She is a savant. She loves college basketball.
Looks like
She's
first
all over
place
it.
is Grace Hartz. Is this?
Don't know who that is.
Yeah. Wait. Is this our man? I don't know. Okay. Carry on. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. We're gonna pick our Cinderella team. A team that we picked our Super Bowl winners in the beginning of the season. We're gonna look at the tiers and we're gonna pick a Cinderella that could possibly run the table. We got a great league member spotlight for you guys, but we wanted to start out. We got some housekeeping items. As you guys saw in the chat, Dallin will no longer be a commissioner. He's very busy. Guy's a father. He lives in Utah. He's got a lot going on. He cannot be a commissioner anymore. He's stepping down.
Yeah, father, aka Zaddy.
Good call. Yep, I appreciate that.
I'm bummed out. Dallin, one of my favorite commissioners. I always thought he has been quiet, so I do understand. I do see, he's not usually a quiet commish. He's usually, I call him a voice of the commission because he always kind of like, really elaborate on the rule changes and the kind of explain the reasoning why and how commissions came up with certain rules and decisions came to decision points. So I appreciated him a lot. I thought he did outstanding job doing that, playing that role in the commission team. So he's definitely got to be missed. The big shoes, whoever gets that spot to fill.
Yeah, I mean, huge shoes. Dallin was an awesome commissioner. I know Scott is Jon Snow in the chat, but Dallin embodies that Jon Snow gif of just like taking the sword out and all the fucking horses running at him whenever there's
That's
like a
true.
new rule. He's always got to, he's
Hmm.
on the front lines backing it up.
That's true.
So Dallin is out. He served faithfully. Lou, the People's Commish has been promoted to actual commish. Lou is now the 8th commissioner. So let's give it up for our boy Lou. Sweet Lou.
Sweet Lou. Shout out to Lou. Finally, man. That's a that's a big one. That's a big one. I feel like people have been, asking for Lou to get in the commish group for a while now. There's been a movement going on. I'm happy. I'm happy for that. If anybody was gonna replace Dallin in a commish group, no better person but Sweet Lou. Great
So
move.
true. We said it like 2 pods ago. He's got the highest approval rating of anybody in the chat. He always has great takes. He's going to be a voice of reason in that group. And
Mhm.
if somebody needs to step in and take that Dallin communicator role on behalf of the commish group,
Yeah.
like who better than Lou to do that? Like people agree with
Seriously.
Lou all the time.
Yeah. Notably close friend to a huge Denver Broncos insider, Zach Stevens, aka Numbies, too. So that's a big addition for the group. Now
That
you
is
guys
big.
have a co-founder of DNVR in there, personal friend of Zach Stevens. That's a elite of elite group, uh, assembling together in there. So that's cool.
It is, well, do you think we have too many commissioners? There are 8. A quarter of the league are
Yeah,
commissioners.
yeah. That's a. I think I've voiced that before. That's a lot of commissions. I think you should have maybe 4. In my opinion, I think you should have one each time zone we are. So one for Europe, one for East Coast, one for Central, one for West. That would make sense to me. That way, that advances are in a timely manner. But I'm not a commission. I'm gonna leave that to y'all. I think it's too many, but
Well, when Dallin said he was stepping down, I was like, all right, we got 7. That seems
Mhm.
good. An odd number. If there's ever anything to vote on as a commish group for whatever reason, it'll always be decided. But then I didn't
Mm.
push back against the Lou thing at all.
No, yeah, I wouldn't either. Lou's definitely a great addition.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry if I am wiping my eyes. I got a sinus infection coming home on the flight, so my head is all stuffed up. But let's get to these fucking tears, bro. What do you say? Speaking of eyes.
Yeah. By the way, I did get into the bracket thing. I'm second place with 46 points behind Dallin, who has 47 points right now.
Dallin is winning?
Dallin is number 1. We both have Houston taking it all. He's beating me
Ooh.
by 1 point. And number 3 is Logan with 43. He's taking Auburn as top 3 for you. My other team, because we all did 2 brackets, I get it. My other team is 6th place. That one's not doing so much well. That's the Alabama one. But
I don't get this 2 brackets thing. I was asked to do another bracket. They were like, you could do a max of 3. Like, what is this? I've
just
never seen
because
this
it's
before.
so
I
hard to
always only
predict
do
the
1.
bracket. Yeah, I mean, I'm this is the first time I've ever done a bracket, and I just solely picked from my intuition plus seeding plus what I'm hearing the buzz on the Twitter, which but yeah, 2. I mean, I think it's cool. It gives you 2 chances. I'm not gonna be mad at it. 3 is too much. 3 is excessive.
I guess
I
because
think.
you don't really watch the games. Because if I watch the games and I have both teams, it's like, where's my rooting interest?
Yeah, I see your point there. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I don't have. They happen during like what? I think they're at 2 p.m. Eastern, right? They go
What, the
down
games?
usually. Yeah,
Well, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They basically have them going on all through
yeah,
the weekend starting at noon. It's pretty great.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Thursday, Friday, I'm usually work during that time, and then Saturday, I'll be playing video games. I
But
mean,
dude, everybody watches it at work anyway. I saw some thing on CNN or on Twitter that it's like the US workforce costs employers like $17 billion in productivity
I saw that.
due
Yeah,
to March Madness. Like, what a narc stat, by the
I
way.
know.
Like,
Like, fuck off.
chill.
It's really,
That's
that's what we're
brutal.
crying about right now. Productivity. Oh my. I'll be honest though, we
Tell
do
story.
have a TV, and I did try to put it on the other day at the office. If I ever put live sports on in the office, I'm not getting shit done for the rest of the day. So yeah, productivity would definitely go down. And I'm a government employee, so
True.
well, you guys pay my fucking salary.
Yeah, get back to work, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, sorry.
Damn, RK in the chat, he said, I just opened up Madden, got a 4 red dot game.
Woo! Against 0 and 11 Buccaneers too. This motherfucker must be the luckiest person alive, right?
I know, dude.
I
It's
had a I had a 4 dot game against him, and he gets it against the Bucks, who most likely he's been. I think Bucks have been a lot of CPU games lately too. So
who do you think you let him set off? Like you just played him. Who went off for him against you that might have a dev game?
I mean, Jamar's already the X factor, and Nice Smith's already the X factor. Justin Herbert's already. Brees Hall apparently had a career game with like 53
Oh
rushing
yeah,
yards.
he
So
finally decided to run the ball. Like
yeah,
RK was,
even
I was listening to
touchdown.
the stream. He was like, "That's his first touchdown of the year," and then the announcer
Yeah,
was like, "That's his first touchdown of the year." And I
yeah.
was like, "All right."
I mean, yeah, he played that run at the perfect time. I was committing pass every single down, literally, because I know he does not run the ball. So, but yeah, 4 dot game against him was tough, and I actually got one of the devs, which was dev superstar dev for Draymond Jones, was to keep the Broncos under 75 rushing yards, was which I was like, oh, fucking got
Yeah, you
him.
got it.
Like, and then he was either 3 tackles for loss, sacks, or interceptions. I didn't get those, but he was either or. But I didn't get a screenshot, and he gave me 2. So per super lame league rules, I missed out on the dev. Maybe it was the win too. Usually devs don't come with a win or loss. So I don't know why he didn't give it to me. It's the first time it actually happened to me, so I wasn't expecting it. Usually I always screenshot my shit too.
Damn, you forgot.
Tough. Yeah, I just get because I had 4 dots, so I was like, I just skip through them.
You got to cherish those, dude. You
I
never know
know.
when you're gonna get them again.
Exactly. Yeah. Draymond Joe's probably just missed his peak. Dude's never gonna get it on the dev. It's okay though. He sucks anyway.
Should we do tiers or should we do the league member spotlight first?
You know what?
I
Let's do
wanna do-
the LMS. Let's try
yeah,
the LMS.
I want to do. Yeah, exactly. I want to do
Yeah.
fucking tiers uninterrupted.
Yeah. Let's do LMS, and we'll upset everybody's feelings, hurt everybody's feelings later.
All right. So, league member spotlight. The guy we were just talking about. Can't believe we've never done this guy before.
Um.
Mr. Ryan Koenigsberg, RK, owner
Yeah.
of the Broncos.
Owner of the oh, you mean the game? Good one. Yeah. My head went straight to the actual Broncos, which is
Mm.
big, feather in his cap. All right, what you
11
got?
and 0 right now. Yeah, sure. Okay, so I asked him age, where does he live, what does he do for work, favorite Madden or DMVR memory, favorite Madden player, fun fact, and anything else. And my dude went
Ooh.
off. Got a lot of stuff here. And I don't read these until we're on live. So
Yeah.
I'm reading it now.
Yeah.
All right. So RK, 31 years old.
Young. 31 years young.
Okay.
30s are the
Where
new
he,
20s. So everybody chill. We're good.
that's true. That is true. It takes millennials a long time to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you live? Denver. Obviously, we all knew that. What do you do for work? He drinks and loves Colorado sports. That's a good job.
Yeah.
It's a very good job.
Not bad at all.
Okay. His favorite, what question was this? Because he didn't. Favorite Madden or DMVR memory? Probably my first win over the infamous Willie. People forget my first year in the league, I was 2-14. My second year in the league, I was 7-9. Both of those years, Willie absolutely beat the fuck out of me twice a year. Finally, in my third season, I had a good team, but I still lost to Willie in our first matchup when I threw a pick six on 4th and goal with like 10 seconds left while I was driving for the win. Before our next matchup, I got in the lab with Brina. He had already taken me under his wing, but before this one, we were talking like every night about strategy to beat Willie. I also watched film on his previous game and put together some counters for things I knew he liked to do. Saquon Barkley went crazy, and I had a couple picks on his famous deep crossers, and I finally broke through. It was the first time I kind of realized I could use real football ideas and strategies to win games, and the catalyst for my first Super Bowl that season.
Wow. First of all, who's this Willie guy? Sounds legendary.
Yeah, who is Willie? Let us know in the chat.
Willie. Also, he worse or better than Will? By the way, your name's Adam apparently, which is funny. But I just looked at that too. Yeah, interesting. That's interesting. Willie. Have you heard of him? I've heard of a couple of guys in from previous Maddens before, but never Willie. RK's first arch nemesis, apparently.
Damn, and we got Einhorn in the chat, very confused. Am I the only one to beat Will on my first attempt? No, we're talking about a different
Mm-mm.
Will right
Yeah.
now. And other people have beaten me on their first attempt for sure. I think Derek did, Joke did, a few
Alex.
people did. I don't know
No?
about that one.
Okay. I know you had
Yeah,
a
early
I know you had
success
a
gets it.
one guy that you did not like seeing. Dallin, I think he hated seeing Dallin and
Dallin beat
Will.
me 3 times to start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was kicking your ass.
he was. He was.
Okay, so Willie was our first big jerk. Okay, fuck that guy then.
He's the reason we have the play calling limiter, and then RK says Willie was maybe the sweatiest player in league history.
Wow. Damn. Bring him back. I'm kind of intrigued. I bet I could beat him.
Damn, and Einhorn goes so confused. LOL. I know this league goes back years, so super out of the loop, dude. You'll catch up. Don't worry. Me and Levon had the same
Yeah.
issue when
Yeah.
we joined.
That's true. I feel like I still don't feel like an old timer. I feel like these guys talk about some of the stuff from way back, and I'm like, damn, I still feel like the new guy.
Well, I don't know about you, but what's something that makes me feel really old is when like I can remember seeing a professional athlete drafted and play his whole career and retire, and then especially like if they go into TV, like that makes me feel very old. Like
Mhm.
in terms of league time, we've got Lou. Lou joined after us, and now he's a commish. That's like we're
Damn,
kind of
great way
old.
to put it. I love it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. That's awesome. Wow, we've
All
seen
right,
him
Brady
grow.
goes.
Not
Was
so much
also
in
just kind of a
Madden.
bad guy too, and would talk shit.
Ah, okay. Some insight on Willie. Good thing we upgraded from Willie to Will.
Facts. All right, we got more stuff here. Favorite Madden player?
Okay, I love guessing these. Favorite Madden player? Just give me era. Is this before or after?
So he's got a few. He's got favorite historical player.
Okay.
This is before our time. I'll give you that hint.
All right. Offense or defense?
Offense.
Trey Lance.
Yes, correct.
All right, there we go. See, I know some all Madden history. Okay.
Favorite player this Madden?
This Madden, it's easy. Aeneas Smith.
Of course.
Yes, the infamous or famous Aeneas Smith. It was going off. Him and my guy had actually had a little back and forth going on. That was kind of fun.
Which guy on your team?
Mine Jigbub. Let's see.
Yeah, that was an awesome game to watch, honestly, because I watched that game yesterday. Just a lot of
Ooh.
firepower all over the field.
Yeah, interesting. Aeneas Smith and Jackson Smith Jigba, both 12 receptions. Smith with 172 yards, Jigba with 164 yards, both 2 tugs. So very similar stat lines. Two of the best receivers come out of that draft, people say.
Oh, same draft class too. Shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's exciting.
Right.
Yes. Favorite user to play against?
Ooh, favorite users to play against. Let me see. I feel like, RK is he likes challenge, right? He likes
I mean,
damn.
not based on the answer I got. Like,
Oh,
this is
really?
obvious.
Okay. So somebody probably easy. Who is it? Just
It's
see.
Brina, of course. It goes Brina, not like I mean, you beat him in
Missed that
5
one.
Super.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gotta be the favorite one. He's like,
Yeah.
shit.
Hiding in plain sight there.
Longest win streak in Madden, all Madden history. Still hasn't lost a single game against Brina. It's crazy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, he goes. Go ahead.
It's because when you look at it from Brina's side, Brina did the right thing. Going in his division, he's like, I'm gonna play him twice a year. I'm gonna, I've built this career. That's funny. Yeah, I'm gonna play him twice a year. I'm gonna, get this monkey off my back. And then it's been 3 years now, three seasons, I should say, that still no wins. That's gotta be tough. Stay resilient, my friend. Brina, I got your back. I mean, I can't have your back in this situation, but I support you fully.
He goes, not because of my record against him, but because we always have high scoring battles and get some good laughs in. That's very diplomatic, Ryan.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure it's not because you have 5 rings. on them bangers. No, it's definitely for that. You don't have to be modest. I wonder if he had, if he, Brina was not in the league, how many Super Bowls would RK have? Probably still a few, right?
I wonder who Brina was beating out in those AFC Championship games to get, or in the
Serious.
championship game to get to RK.
Because
Like
let's
who?
not forget, Brina, before this year, I mean, even this year, he took the division first year. But before, like last Madden, when you and I came in, Brina was just a dog in AFC. Air Raid, Josh Allen was just fucking throwing up fucking absurd numbers with Jalen Waddle. So he was no joke. I never, thought Brina as a bad Madden player. And all these Super Bowl trips does make me wonder who were the other teams that, you know. And the same thing goes for on the other side when RK was playing. Like RK was just beating out so many people over and over and again because we definitely, I mean, not me, but people, newcomers like Alex and you have definitely, limited his opportunities in the last couple of seasons. So, damn, interesting. All right, what else we got?
Fun fact: I play guitar and sing a little, but only for slash with family and friends.
Wow, interesting. I always
So I
thought
guess
Jack was a singer.
if RK doesn't sing for the league, like I guess we're not friends if he only sings for family and friends. So
No.
well, we were all singing in London when we were taking the elevator, so we were there for that. Just didn't try to single out his voice. Didn't catch the
Yeah,
talent.
yeah. He
Wish I
was, he
did
was
now in
more of a
hindsight.
group. In a group sing session, everybody sounds good. You know, that's the beauty of it.
That is true, especially in a well verberated tunnel. You know, like that. Great
Just like
acoustics.
chills. Just thinking about that moment. That was pretty cool.
Anything else? This league is one of my favorite things to come out of starting this company. I can't wait for the day we finally do a meetup. Love you guys.
Well said. Well said, my friend. RK is probably one of those main founders of the league with Timmy, Brina, Dallin. I know I'm gonna leave some guys out. They're gonna get butthurt, but those are the pillars that started this league, and it's honestly we all know that you know his retiring was not gonna be good for the league. So I'm glad he's back. So
Mhm.
yeah, shout out to RK, great LMS.
So let's use that to transition right into our tiers. Like I said, we got
Mhm.
March Madness tiers here. And I think he's probably the easiest one to knock out. And we can just talk about him really quick. But first, let me run down the tiers for you guys. So we've got Blue Bloods. So think in college basketball, that's like your UNC, Duke, Kentucky, like the elite of the elite programs that are just kind of like a staple at the top. You got tournament bound. So these are teams that are just like, pretty much a lock for the playoffs at this point. Bubble teams, they could go to the playoffs, right? We all know what bubble teams are. Then we got below average and basement teams. So we're going to do these tiers. And if we start with the Broncos, I think we obviously put the Broncos in Blue Bloods. It's an 11-0 team. But I think the question with the Broncos is, because we don't see this in this league, is are they going to go undefeated?
And I was
Here's the
talking
schedule.
I was talking to him about this yesterday. I was like, "Hey, man, when we were playing, I was like, this is a great time to drop a game. You don't want to go into undefeated, into the playoffs. Get that weird loss out of the way now." And you were about to mention the schedule, and I actually looked at this a few weeks back. I was like, damn, when he was like 8-0, I was like, man, this motherfucker must have some cush ass schedule so far. Not at all, man. Not at
Mm-mm.
all. He started off the season with 3 wins over 3 division rivals, right? Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, pretty much wrapped up the division in the first 3 weeks, which is insane, right? Um, and then Texans, Cardinals, Patriots, Chiefs, Chargers again, and then Raiders again. Like there's only like a couple of easy games in there. So this not a fraud 11-0 team. There was
Mm-hmm.
no easy road to that great feat. So and then coming up, it's not like he has a coming up cush schedule either. He has the first place schedule. He's gonna play Panthers, Falcons, and I guess Steelers is not that good anymore. But the chances are he might have two more chances to get a loss before the playoffs, right?
Does it happen? Make the prediction. What do you think? You're looking at the schedule right now. Does he lose?
I mean, no, I don't think so. I don't think
Oh,
so. I don't think so because I guess I don't really. I personally have not played against Stevie a lot, and that's a week 18. It's gonna be a if he's undefeated in week before that game, that's gonna be a huge pressure on from the league on Stevie. I mean, nobody's really gonna care who's gonna win, but it's gonna be
you're
like,
t- you're brushing over his. He's got to go to Atlanta to play the Super Bowl champs. That's
yeah,
not one.
that's true. But I just think I my respect for Snason. You know,
I
my
do. We
respect
all
for
do.
Snason. But when you match up Snason versus this version of RK, right?
Hmm.
This dude takes his field goals, doesn't punt ever, but somehow still makes the right decision. It does not hide that he does not run the ball, but he uses that jet sweeps and trick plays to extend that use that extension as the run game so much that it's still so hard to predict what play call is gonna call, and then he has so many weapons on that offense. So I do think that game, if out of the two, I said two. Okay, I said he has two chances
Hmm.
to lose one.
Hmm.
So I didn't really blow off the Falcons, but I said the biggest pressure is going to be on the Stevie in that week 18 if it's undefeated.
Yeah, true. Whew, man, I think RK won the third Super Bowl in last Madden. Like, are we looking for? Is it going to repeat itself? Like, I'm seeing so many similarities between last Madden and this Madden in terms of like
Mhm.
how things are going, right? Because I won the first Super Bowl. We got a first winner in the second Super Bowl with Timmy last time. We had Jason this time.
Wow.
Um, I blew up my team. I got a new quarterback, and now I've got two running backs, like I did last Madden, like an idiot, and it's not working. Like I'm making all the same mistakes as last Madden. Is RK going to run the table and win the third Super Bowl again?
Wow. That's a great question. I mean, he has to be coming into the season. I think I had Jason as the favorite,
Hmm.
and they've obviously not looked as strong as they were last season, right? What's the overall record right now? Remind me. I know they're in a playoffs.
7-4.
Yeah, 7-4. So just like me, I wouldn't say I'm like the in my
Hmm.
best when I'm sitting at 74. And I had a loss against against the Falcons in OT, tough one. So I do think when you match up 1-for-1, I mean the Broncos are just going through everybody. But it's gonna be interesting to see that last 3 weeks, Falcons, Browns, Panthers. It's gonna be interesting to see. It'd be funny if RK just if he had like number one seed clinched, if he set all his starters. I know he wouldn't, but that would be just hilarious to like him come out playing with his backup quarterback and backup running back and all that.
No, what we need to happen is he needs to be 16-0. He's playing the last game against Stevie. He's going for the win. He gets like 300 yards and 6 touchdowns, and Anaya Smith like dislocates his shoulder in the fourth quarter because he's running up the stats.
that would be I wouldn't say hilarious. That would be kind of sad, but I mean, I guess it's not a real person. Who cares? But yeah, that would be funny.
All right, I've got a couple more blue bloods,
Okay, let's see what you got.
and they're two newer teams.
Ooh, oh
First
yeah,
one is the
interesting.
Dolphins. The Dolphins have been dominant this season, and we
Yeah,
saw it coming a mile away. Like we knew they were a sleeping giant last year. They started to put the pieces together, and now they're 10-1.
I think I have an eye for a talent, bro. I think I really do. I call this game out week one of preseason game for the first time he ever played in this league. I was like,
Yep,
Dolphins are gonna be a problem. I said this. I
you
said
did.
this in the preseason game, and it was meaningless preseason, but I just saw the play style that he used, the reads that he made. I was like, this guy's good at Madden. He might take him like a year to kind of like get in, figure out the tendencies of everybody in his division, especially you and Timmy and Joke. But I definitely saw this, and I saw this in Jason too. So I'm starting to like see a trend here. So if you get a look approval of Levon in the league, if you're a newcomer, that means you made it. Congratulations. And you're right, Dolphins have made it. They are. I mean, Anthony Richardson is playing mistake-free football. He rarely ever throws interceptions, turns the ball over. Uh, his only loss on the season is against the Jets. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah,
And we
not,
talked about this. Guys who have played each other like 500 times, like they'll
exactly.
get the
Yeah,
better of each other.
exactly. Yeah. So, but another AFC guy who does not he hasn't had an easy schedule. I mean, he's had Raiders, Cardinals on the schedule, Lions, Bills, Jags, last year's AFC champs. And then got his win against the Jets last week again. So, mm,
Yeah, I
I
think it's very rare at this point that we'll see an AFC team that has like a fraudulent schedule. Like that's
yeah,
very rare.
that's true.
If you have a good record in the AFC, like you definitely earned it.
Yeah, that's true. And then you know, I think I said in was it QB rankings thing I did pushed out. I said Dolphins are the AFC's favorites right now, and I think he felt a little disrespected on that. I mean,
I
it is
did.
what
Well,
it is. It is what it is.
it is. I mean, they definitely are right now. I mean, you said they make the right reads. They're number one in the league in terms of giveaways. They take care
Yeah,
of the football.
they
They
do.
are number two in rushing touchdowns. They're ninth in passing touchdowns. So like Anthony Richardson is doing it all, dude.
Yeah,
And
he is awesome. Makes me want Panthers to draft. I don't know why I care about Panthers. Maybe because I'm close to Charlotte, and I
mhm.
see a lot of Panther stuff here. But makes me want them to draft Anthony Richardson because I think he's gonna be awesome.
They're a harmless team. Like they're an easy team to root for. Like the Panthers
Yeah,
aren't
they
hurting
are.
anybody.
Yeah, you're right. But week 13 looks like matchup against the Pats. When is this game going down?
Probably tomorrow, I hope. Like probably you know how it is with the Swedes. We'll probably play like in the afternoon
Yeah,
time frame, probably like 3, 4 o'clock.
damn.
Um, and this is a game that's going to make me either 7-5 and on the outside looking in,
Mm,
or this will put me at 8-4 and a win over a 10-1 team. Like this will start kind of the Super Bowl run. Like this is kind of the tipping point for the Patriots, or it's the Dolphins. Like, look, I'm 11-1. I just beat the defending AFC East champions. This is my division now.
damn.
It's a huge game.
I'm pumped up. I'm pumped up.
Yeah, it's gonna be
You
awesome.
and I are friends and all, but I'm kind of rooting for Dolphins because I feel like again I'm the talent scout. I feel like I found him first. Uh,
Dude, and narratives are fun. It's a fun narrative. Like
yeah,
he's
for
taking over
sure,
the division.
for sure. And then he has a tough schedule kind of remaining. Not really. Some easy, some tough games. Patriots and Texans, obviously, a couple of very established guys that he has to play, and then he has Pats and Bills down the road again. So, um, yeah, I mean, there's a road for the Pats or the Jets to take the division. Still, there's
There is,
definitely,
yeah.
yeah, there's definitely, it's not done deal like it is in AFC West. So
All
interesting.
right. I said another new team is also a blue blood because
Can
I
I
think I've seen enough. You
can
want
I
to go?
go?
Yeah,
Can I
please.
go? This
Please.
is the Big Apple, the Giants.
Yes.
Yes, it's a great choice. Another guy who's just came in here, and I'll share the little. I'll share this with you. You and I both said that he was gonna be good. I think I played him first when he had Kirk Cousins, and he kind of did some cool stuff, like just kind of like good, like straight up football stuff. None of that Madden shit. Like he ran the ball well. He played the play action when he really sold the
Hmm.
run well, and he did a lot of boot play action plays that caught me. I did end up beating him in that game, but Kirk Cousins sold on him a couple of times. But I knew, and you knew too at that time that he was gonna be good. Yeah. And then this is an NFC guy. Okay, I know we especially Alex is one of the bigger ones who treats NFC as a AFC's little brother who likes to jab and stab here and then. But there's dogs out in the NFC, and those dogs have something else against the Giants. We're talking about Panthers. We're talking about Falcons. Both have been um, on the losing side against our guy. Who else? Lions, another big win.
It's crazy what he has done to kind of the
Yeah.
perception of the NFC because that was a team that was, who ran the Giants at the start of this Madden? Was it supposed to be Kai? I think it was. they were, supposed to be a non-factor. So when the whole,
Yeah.
buildup started of, AFC is this dominant conference compared to the NFC, we were considering Giants as a nothing team. But now look at them, they're right at the top, and they kind of balance out the scales between the AFC and the NFC.
Yeah, because can you imagine if Cam ended up in the NFC and
Oh
Einhorn
my
ended up
god,
being in AFC or the Ravens? Sheesh, man. I mean, he would have been good for him because he would have been pretty easy division for him to play in. But yeah, another tough one would have been on the AFC side. But yeah, you're right. I'm glad that kind of evened itself out. I think we needed some fresh blood to come in and show us some good play.
he did lose to the Eagles. Stevie makes a good point. He says, coming off an Eagles loss, I'm gonna need him to win the NFC before too much hype. All love to Einhorn, though he's a dog.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, he was a first round exit last year, but we're gonna give him a little learning curve of him in the playoffs. No, not everybody wins their first playoff appearances. I didn't. He took me like what 5 seasons last Madden to make a run. I think I had one playoff win in like before the last season, and then I had two. Thank God. But yeah, before it's tough. I mean, when you play against the best, sometimes you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. But yeah, Eagles have kind of been. We gotta talk about Eagles later, but great. That is a great win on the Eagles side for sure. But Giants got right back, and then beat the Jags 38-15 too. So
let me see if I can do this view. Nah, never mind.
Maybe scroll. Can you scroll to the left?
No.
All right.
Hold on. No, yeah, I can't really.
Yeah.
It's good. Try. All right. Do we have any more blue bloods? Because there's a few candidates. I don't know if you're looking at the standings right now. I'm thinking like 2-3 loss teams who we could potentially throw in there. I think the most borderline is Fativi and the Panthers.
9-2. What's their 2 losses? One is against the Einhorn. What's the other loss? The Stevie had. I think that's right. That's how I'm gonna judge this. Because I want to say yes. Let's see, Falcons.
But didn't he beat the Falcons also? He's 1-1.
Yeah. A couple of weeks before that. Yeah, both very close games. Oh, actually, the second game wasn't close, but first game was close. Yeah. Well, we can throw. I think we can throw him up there.
Keep 2 on each side.
Yeah, 2 on each side. I like that. Stevie at the Blue Bloods. I think that's a good list to start it off with.
And we got Einhorn chiming in. Got too focused on my dev game against the Eagles until it was too late. Underestimated him, dude.
Yeah, happens to the best of us
all the time. Yep.
Yeah, happens to the best of us. That's why I lost to Arcade, dude. I was just too concentrated on stopping the run.
Okay. So now, moving down to tournament bound. This is like, I'm looking at these teams that are kind of in this area, like the 3 loss teams, and they all seem a little like shaky. Like if you told me that none of these teams are going to win their division, like it would not surprise me at all. I'm talking about JJ and the Packers, just because
9-3.
He's 9-3, dude. 9-3. But part of me is more confident in Adam and the Bears and Edge and the Lions than the Packers right now. But they're still 9-3.
I'm gonna disagree there. I think the Bears are struggling right now. They have an identity crisis. Pass heavy team whose quarterback's not even, I don't think, top 5 in passing yards. So they're struggling a little bit over there in a pass game.
He did just win an epic game against Derek. I will say that. I was watching that before this.
They were both 5-5, I think, playing that game. So it was a huge game for them. Especially coming to seeding too. I mean, that's gonna come up big when playoff push starts nipping everybody in the butt. But I do think the 3-game lead on the Bears gives him enough cushion for him to escape with that division.
And has he already played Adam twice? Yes, he beat Adam twice. So he's got the lead and the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's a big one. That's a, not reigning, but former NFC champ we're talking about, right? So that's not you know, I mean, take those 2 losses away, and Adams a 3-loss team himself. So he's definitely giving some trouble in NFC North over there.
So he's definitely tournament bound. I mean,
Hmm.
it would be 8-3 to out of the playoffs would be like a crazy collapse. I don't think his schedule is that brutal. Let me just check it really quick.
Yeah, and then that's a great transition to a crazy collapse is about to happen in one of the other 8-3 teams,
Who's that?
the Cleveland Browns, baby.
Oh,
Cleveland Browns. Now, first of all, shout out to the Browns. Great season, man. I'd love to see some of the underdogs win here and there. But
mhm.
I gotta say that there's been a little bit of cushy schedule. Obviously, 2 games against the Ravens, and then teams like Buccaneers in there, and you got the Eagles and Steelers, who just beat them, by the way. Uh, but he has another Steelers game coming up. But going down the stretch,
Dude,
dude, I would not be surprised if he wins maybe one game
it's
because there's some
murderer's
stuff.
row coming up.
I'm starting to plot. I'm starting to connect some dots and think Trout maybe left his Xbox behind on purpose because this is his next game's coming up. Um, at Raiders, at Chiefs, at Jets, at Steelers versus Broncos, and then finished off the season with struggling Colts. Yikes! That 5-game stretch right there, even the Steelers. He just already lost one game to the Steelers. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose 5 straight and finish the season. What would that put that? 9-8?
9-8. And just how I was saying, Packers going from 8-3 to out of the playoffs is so impossible. It's like, oh no, it's definitely possible because this is how it could happen.
Yeah, yeah.
But who's going to take his spot? Is it going to be Hank
Oh wow, you
or
put him
no?
in a basement.
I
That's
did put him in the basement. That's a little low. I shouldn't put him there.
yeah, maybe not in the bait. Put in a bubble team, yeah, because again, CPU. I think he could. He says he gets back next Tuesday, so that gives him
Mhm.
next 3 games. And some people have tough time. I mean, I might lose to the CPU. His team is stacked. I gotta give him credit when credit's due. He put a solid team together.
Dude,
Uh,
Burrow is going to be hard to play against.
Yeah,
Like
he's a
CPU
yeah,
Burrow.
he's a dot, and he has
Mhm.
92 rated offense, 93 rated defense. He is
What?
superstars. Yes, dude's this roster is absolutely stacked. He has playmakers all over the field, front seven, back four. Like he did a great job. He has Jalen Ramsey in the back, Aaron Donald, like superstars up on our line. He has Jeffrey Simmons, DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Evans. We're talking about blue chip players. He has all of them. Nick Chubb at running back,
You're
TJ
fucked.
Hawkinson at yeah. This is gonna be a tough team to play against. Um, and then Trayvon Diggs. This is like and then Xavier Howard. Like he has every single blue chip. Like when you go down the line, it's all superstars and X factors. And then he has a absolutely awesome offensive line too. Like 88 overall, 81 overall, 81 overall, 79, and then 81 overall. So solid offensive line. So I gotta give him credit. I'm not surprised that he's 8-3. I'm definitely not. He should be beating those teams that he beat, and his CPUs is gonna be very tough. But hope thank God that CPU is not smart, so I feel like I can outsmart it. So
When are you playing the CPU? Tonight?
I'll probably knock it out tonight after the pod, maybe.
Oh, okay. That'll be interesting. Damn, 92 and 93. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, 92 overall, 92 offense, 93 defense. So as far as like roster building, he's the new Riley, right? Like just beat all-star superstar team. So good on him for sure. But the schedule, I don't think you know, when it comes to players like Broncos and who was the other ones other couple of hard ones he has coming up. Sorry. I forgot already. I know he had
Jets,
Jets. Yes, yeah, exactly. Like
Broncos,
Broncos,
Chiefs,
Jets,
Raiders. Yeah.
Chiefs. Yeah, those are tough teams to beat. So
So Trout is in he's in Paris for the week and then he's spending 48 hours in London. So shout out to Trout. Have a good time, bro.
hell yeah, man. London, been there, right?
Yeah, we were there. That was fucking sick.
Yeah, you are about 6 months too late, but enjoy though. London is fun. Paris is fun too.
All right.
Actually,
Well, we
stay
just
safe. Paris is going kind of wild right now, so hopefully he doesn't
yeah, I saw
do
that.
any of that shit. Yeah. But all right, you ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah, you want to pick one and throw one on the board?
Um, sure. Let's look at the Patriots. Talk about Patriots.
Oh, okay.
Seventh seed currently. What does the Patriots schedule look like coming up? You should probably know this already. You're probably scoreboard watching.
I don't have it written on my whiteboard like you do, but I have a good idea of who I have left. I've got 3 division games left. I've got 2 against the Dolphins, 1 against the Bills. Then I've got Scott, Derek, and Lou.
Okay, yep, exactly right. You got Dolphins, Bengals, Bills next three, and then you finish the season with Dolphins, Seahawks, Cardinals. So, hey, by no means it's an easy schedule to finish, but like you said, there's no really easy schedules in the AFC. But you do get a soft game against Sweet Lou. Shout out to new commissioner Lou, and then versus Bengals at home and Burrowhead is pretty Burrowhead. God damn it, Arcade, it's your fault. Foxborough is what I meant. It's gonna be tough late in the season. And then I don't know, man. Derek's kind of struggling so far, 5-6. So who knows what kind of Cardinals you're facing off in Week 18? Desperate Cardinals that need a win to get in the playoffs, or kind of like out of the playoffs Cardinals who may be playing for the stats a little more. So I think we can put the Patriots on a bubble, and they're
Yeah.
yeah. The reason I'm gonna say is because the success the Jets and the Dolphins are having right now. They're both 8 or better win teams. They both have win against you, right?
Not Dolphins. I haven't played the Dolphins yet.
Okay, so but Joke has how many wins? One or two?
We split.
Okay, so you guys are kind of tied there, but he has a better record, and then you have two really tough division schedules coming up. So, yeah, I think you run on the bubble. As a 7 seed, that's a fair place to put you for sure.
Mhm.
You got a case for yourself you want to make?
Um, I will say this to people that are sleeping on the Patriots. I am taking a break from 2K until after this playoff run. Okay, I am shifting focus back into Madden, so definitely do not sleep on the Patriots. And I think it comes down to those 2 games against the Dolphins, dude. The Dolphins. I think he beat me twice last season, and
Yeah,
like if he beats me twice, I don't deserve to make a playoffs. I need to win at least one, if not both of those games, to prove to myself that we're still a Super Bowl contender in the AFC.
yeah, for sure. And to vouch for you, you have bailed out on 2K for the last few weeks, so he's not lying
Well, I
about
was
it.
away.
Yeah, but you were back yesterday and totally bailed. So
I didn't bail, dude. All right. I've
uh,
got one I want to throw on the board. Kind of
okay,
interesting one.
go ahead.
A team that has like they're at a crossroads in their season right now. They've got a tough game this week. If they lose, bad. If they win, it looks very good for them. It's Dan. He's playing against the Bears. He's 8-4. He's no longer like cruising to the East title because we've got Einhorn up here. So is Dan tournament bound or is he more of a bubble team?
I'm gonna say tournament bound. Eight and
Okay.
four is a still a pretty comfortable place to be. Giants are taking that division probably. They're amazing season so far, but NFC still has a little bit of cushion when it comes to wild card spots, right? And then we're talking about they're kind of like cannibalizing each other, especially NFC North. Uh, Bears are 6-5, and then you got where are the Lions? They're 7-4, so they're kind of behind on the schedule. Obviously, Vikings are not a factor here, but same thing with Falcons 7-4, and then uh Cardinals 5-6. So there's plenty of room to wiggle there. I think they're probably gonna be in the 5 or 6 seed, which would for me would be a tournament bound.
Okay.
Uh,
That's fair.
yeah,
And he's been cleaning up on devs the last few weeks. It's crazy.
yeah, yeah. So you could probably maybe let's see what his losses look like actually before I speak out of my ass. But um let's see. He lost to Panthers week 1, close game. Another close game against the Browns, week 4.
That
Uh,
was the replay game. Yep, that he should
yeah,
have won.
first one had, yep, exactly. Great
And then
point.
Commanders and Falcons. Like,
Yeah, so it's not like he's dropping some willy nilly games here and there. Like sometimes you will lose to really good players.
mhm.
Seems like what's happened. He's beaten the Steelers, Ravens, Bengals. He beat the Giants, which is a big win for him. Beating Cardinals, Commanders. You know, he's winning the games he's supposed to win. I can confidently say that Cowboys are going to be in the postseason.
Okay. It's a good case there. I'm
Oh,
with
hold
you.
on. Before we move on, let's see what games he does coming up to. Yes, okay. Yeah, I mean he has Bears, and then two more tough games in Giants and Texans, and then two more soft games against versus Saints and Eagles. So he's gonna be 10-11 win team, which I think gets you in the playoffs in the NFC.
Okay. I have an easy one
Mm-hmm.
that we kind of just skipped over.
Okay.
And definitely going to the playoffs. Tournament bound Jets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? He's got an easy schedule left. I was looking at it. It's very favorable. I think his hardest game left is the Browns, so he's going to make it.
Yep. And another, probably second favorite, right? In an AFC right now, especially if you guys split and you weren't able to win both games.
Mm-hmm.
He's been able to beat the Bills, the Dolphins, and the Pats. Okay, so he's been able to split with the Bills and Pats and Dolphins. So he's 3-3. That's hilarious actually. So everybody split with the Jets. So he's 500 in the playoffs, and like you said, he has very good schedule coming up. You have Titans, Colts, Niners, Rams, and then like you said, Browns and Chargers. The really only games that I see him struggle against. Joe's gonna be in the playoffs. Yeah, that's a pretty easy call there.
He's
Good
just
call.
making a living in that second, third spot in the AFC East, just getting that wild card every season. That's
I
he's real
know.
comfortable right there.
I know, dude. And he's been no, well, I guess he didn't beat me out. Bills beat me out the first season, and the second season the Dolphins beat me out. So
Mm-hmm.
fucking bummer. But the AFC East is giving me fucking hell of a trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I wanna. What do you? What kind of noise do we? Because it's funny. Because I deal with the quarterback rankings all the time, and I gotta say,
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Lawrence has been doing better, but he still struggles in the games when he throws, three or more interceptions, and then equal or less amount of touchdowns. So he's winning games on the defensive side, and Micah Parsons is a big reason for that. 15 sacks, 20 tackles for loss this season. But the biggest thing is just constant pressure. That guy comes off the edge, screaming on every pass down. Tough to play against that in a very, very pass heavy league. I would say we got several teams in here don't run the ball at all.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a huge weapon to have on the defense, especially when you get into playoffs, especially when you get to high pressure situations. So I like the Jets here.
You know when you get into those grooves where it's like, "Oh, I'm seeing the field so well." Like
Mhm.
the secondary is just opening up for me.
Yeah,
Usually that's because you don't have to look at the line of scrimmage at all. But
yeah,
like against the Jets, you can never take your eyes off the line of scrimmage.
yeah. And then you can never really play hurry up offense because you want to get in there and make sure Micah's double teamed or the line shifting that way. So it's like extra second or two make that adjustment. So you can never, and then that gives him time to make adjustments, depending on a previous play. Because I mean, a lot of the times you see a lot of players using that hurry up offense to catch somebody in a bad formation or a bad you know
Personnel group, yep.
personnel group. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. And then they utilize that, and then you don't really have that opportunity with the Jets because you have to make sure Micah Parsons is blocked, and
Mhm.
it takes time.
All right, let's do some quick housekeeping. Can we knock off a couple basement teams because we're taking a long time and it's
Yeah, yeah,
already
yeah, for sure. Let's our boy Mike. Let's throw him in there. Zach,
yeah 2-9.
yeah, definitely Zach in there. Cam, uh, huge one win. I don't know who he's against, but he's 1-10. So I was surprised. I thought he was 0-11. But speaking of 11, let's throw Tampa Bay in there. Our boy Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Titans. Hopefully, we're gonna see Titans succeed soon, but right now they're not there. Uh, and surprising one. Surprise, surprise, motherfuckers. Reigning AFC champs Jaguars 3-8, struggling right now.
Whew.
Struggling.
Let's go below average for him. I don't want to put them in the basement. I think
Oh yeah,
Titans.
that's your thing. Yeah. I wasn't looking at that. That's fine with me. Yeah. Yeah, 49ers probably there too, and Seahawks probably with the below average. Sweet Lou. Oh, and then Eagles.
Yes, yeah. Hold on. Seahawks 4-7. Okay. These are the obvious ones. Let's slow down on some of the teams that are left that we still need to talk about.
Eagles probably can go in the basement.
Eagles below average, but they, like we talked about, they've won. They're 4-8 now. They're possibly figuring some things out,
Wow,
building
4-8.
momentum towards next season. Yeah,
I like it. Yeah, I like it. I'll definitely stay here for that conversation. Rams maybe in below average also. I don't think we have to talk about Rams. A lot of
no,
CPU
definitely not.
games. Yeah.
Beef kind of below average. I just played Beef, and he's. If there's one thing I would love to just say to Beef, like, and when I played against him, like Beef has been playing Madden long enough that he needs to stop approaching it like it's regular football and things are going to happen in the game because they happen in real life. Like he's one of the biggest guys who's like, oh, like you shouldn't be able to make that play. It's impossible for like a human being to cover that much space, right? It's
Yeah.
like, all right, but
It's
we're
gonna
playing the
happen.
game. We're
Yeah.
playing the game now. Like you just gotta kind of forget everything you know about real physics and what you think people should be able to cover and base it more off of what you actually have seen in the game.
Yeah, at this point you're just hurting yourself, you know. You just gotta you're just gonna have to it's okay to say that, regular head to head game, but for the game that you care about and like to be competitive, just we can acknowledge that some of the game is not bullshit, but at the same time get ahead of it and learn how to play against it. And I feel like
Hmm.
kind of like failing a little part in that part a little bit, and it hasn't translated for a while now. It's been a while since we've seen Beef and his short to medium passing uh prowess, I should say, right? Because he used to be good at that. He used to be really good at throwing those tight window throws in the middle of the field, 10, 15 yards down. I think Cooper Cup he had that he was
Hmm.
working with last Madden, and he had a couple of, I think one or two maybe playoff appearances. Big respect from our boy Alex, the from last Madden. So, but yeah, you're right, man. Come on, let's get ahead of the let's get ahead of this now. We can acknowledge the game's kind of flawed, but at the same time learn and improve on how to play against those. All right.
Dude, you ever on a plane and just like you got nothing downloaded on your phone that you can entertain yourself with, and so you just like go through your photos and videos and start
Yeah.
watching them? I was doing that, and I was watching all my fucking Super Bowl clips, like from my Super Bowl against the Bears that I had saved. And literally after every single touchdown or like big play I made, it's just Adam going like "fuck you, game." It's like, every time,
Put that
without
on his
fail.
fucking tombstone.
Yeah,
Whenever he RIPs on the lives. Long time from now, obviously. But
you're doing the TikTok censorship with unalive.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, put that shit on his tombstone. Fuck you, game. Well, see, yeah. Oh, love you, Adam. Our
Yeah,
friend of the program, part of the program. Some
part
could
of the
say.
program.
Yeah. Um, man,
Steelers, I just put him below average.
yeah, Steelers are struggling. They like, I think they're blaming on their work schedule, but I think it's just personal uh lack of time management.
Work schedule, dude. He said on the pod today,
Oh
like
my god, you got called
when
out
they were
on arcade. That was awesome.
well, dude, I don't know what you're talking about exactly, but
Okay,
when they
go
were
ahead.
talking about CJ Gardner Johnson, who was like,
Uh,
"Oh, I was disappointed that we didn't sign him," but then I realized I've never actually watched him play, and I was just like, "Dude, you guys have been talking about this free agent for weeks now. You've never actually gone and watched the film? Like, come on, dude."
he was too busy grinding Jared Stidham film, bro.
Yeah, true. All right, yeah. Stidham bandwagon is literally empty, and there's tons of seats. I'm waiting for everybody to get on board. Like, let's go, people. He's awesome.
No, dude, I'm gonna be that fucking salty, toxic fan that if Stidham has to play outside of injury, I am that guy that was crying about Drew Lock and those fans that were crying about Teddy Bridgewater and all that. I will be that salty. I will.
No. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when it is injury, but he comes in and he's way better than Russ was? What are you gonna do then? Hmm?
How many games? How many games is it good for?
Four. How about that? Four, and then
That's good.
going. Russ gets hurt. And then Stidham plays 3 games going into the bye week. He averages like 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 250 yards. Like he's
We've
looking
seen this
very
movie
good.
before, and I was on the same board. We've seen Brock Osweiler come in and put us on what 4-game winning
Don't
streak.
disrespect Stidham.
Hey, we've seen it. And then Peyton Manning got back, and people were like, "Oh, we should roll with Brock Osweiler." That was
Okay,
like,
but the difference would be
fucking bro.
Peyton had great years with the Broncos. Like
Peyton had
Russ
what,
would not
one
have.
Super Bowl victory and a bunch of playoff wins before. Oh yeah, let me think who has the same pretty much record with the Broncos currently in the quarterback room. Oh yeah, that's Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but Russ has never done it with the Broncos. Like the Broncos don't really owe anything to Russ at this point.
I
Like
see what you're
if
saying.
Russ,
Peyton Manning had the winning before, but yeah,
yeah,
it's coming, bro. Relax, it's coming. I
okay.
promise you. You can clip this, save it, put a pin in it. Russ will be good again. He will throw about 30 to 35 touchdowns with 15 or less interceptions. We're gonna be a 10+ win team. We're gonna be second or first, depending how bad Chiefs are next year, and we're gonna be in the playoffs. I've already made peace with that. It's been hard to remain positive in a Broncos country, and then stay in that mindset after so many years of disappointment. But this is it. Because if this doesn't work, nothing will ever. We have the money we have the fucking happy check filling out owner, right? The people they don't mind paying, which is great. Free agents are coming in. We have a legendary, one of the greatest of all time offensive mind head coach. We have a quarterback who's had the most winningest quarterback of all time. Like it or not, throw that last season away. He's still one of the greatest quarterbacks of the last 10 seasons. And then we have a very solid defense. This is gonna work out. We're gonna be good. No Stidham. We don't need that fucking garbage. We're here to stay. We're here to win with what we have. We're good.
Okay, I'm just saying, prepare yourself because part of Peyton's success in New Orleans, and
I'm
I mean,
preparing myself
is
to.
he had a genius quarterback. Drew Brees was a genius
Yeah.
quarterback. Russ is not like that. He's not that.
That's fine. If do we think Pete Carroll is better than Sean Payton?
Pete Carroll, no, not in terms of offense and like schematically and getting creative with an offense and putting
Exactly.
players in position to make plays.
Pete Carroll figured it out. If Pete Carroll figured it out, I sure as hell trust Sean Payton to figure it out. And I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna act like just because what's the jackass's name? Hackett fucked it all up for us and kind of like, I mean, there is a chance, there is a world out there where he might have just shook Russ's confidence so bad from last year that he's never coming back. And if that happens, then yeah, we suck again. I unalive myself.
Well, we won't suck. We'll have Stidham. We'll have Stidham and Peyton.
Nah, yeah.
Stidham was behind Brady, and then he went to.
Is Stidham better? You think better than Taysom Hill?
Yes, in terms of
I think
potential to be a starting quarterback. Yes,
I think they're about the same.
Taysom cannot be an every down starting quarterback. Like, he can't throw the ball.
No, I'm saying like they don't have the same production, but as far as like what they bring to the team, like they get you a couple of highlight plays and then they make some stupid plays and they throw interceptions. I think, dude, he's a career backup.
He's young. He's a young guy. He was on the Patriots. He was behind
dude
Brady.
So was Jimmy Garoppolo
For like 2 years, and then McDaniels brought him over because he was.
So was Jimmy Garoppolo. So was Brian Hoyer. So was all these other fucking scrubs. None of these guys.
No, but that's why he didn't play. But that's not why he. Okay, but you're just okay. Don't say like you're saying he's a career backup and holding that against him. But like he was backing up Brady. Like
he was also backing up Derek Carr.
That's true. Derek Carr, franchise quarterback.
He is. I love Derek Carr, and now I can say that I really like Derek Carr. I think he is the coolest guys ever.
All right, let's get back to the real NFL and Madden.
Got me all fucking
worked
up, man. All right.
I know. How do we get on this? Because we were talking about Hank not watching film, Hank needs to watch more
Oh,
Madden film
yeah.
too because he's 4-8 right now.
RK was yelling at him, not yelling at him, but kind of chewing his ass a little bit as a not as a DNVR like the boss, but like as a Madden commissioner. It was awesome. I loved it
When
because
was this?
uh, our guy Trout was having trouble scheduling time with him to play the game. And he sent the super chat during the live pod. It's like, hey, you gotta keep dodging me, or you actually gonna hit me up. And then he was like, oh man, I've been so busy, blah blah blah, and then started making excuses why he wasn't reaching back out. And RK was like, dude, just fucking tell him that. Like, it's not even about the game. Just don't be rude. And he was awesome. He just put him in his place. It was kind of funny. I liked it. Yeah, good job. Great commission work, RK. I love that he took his DNVR hat off, put his commissioner hat on, and
Love it.
popped right back, and yeah, it was awesome. So that they got the game scheduled, and Trout lost, so that's funny. All right, let's get back in here.
Yeah.
So
Let's go below average for Lou.
hold on now, hold
Oh,
on,
sorry.
because that's what I was about to discuss. I was looking at division standings, and when
Okay.
you go to NFC West, go to NFC West for me, and
Yes. Will do.
tell me who's winning this division.
Well, the incumbent is Derek and the Cardinals, right?
Obviously, right? But
Oh, only
Seahawks
one
are
game.
very, very, very close team there. When you look at the points scored and points allowed, they're both in the same ballpark. And you know, it's not the craziest scenario for Cardinals to kind of lose out last couple of games and Seahawks to catch fire. Probably unlikely, unfortunately. Sweet Lou, we love you, but we haven't seen it for us to show some confidence. But let's see.
I'm doing some checking of the schedules.
Yeah,
Derek definitely has a little bit more of a favorable schedule. I'm looking at
yeah,
Lou. He's got pretty much the whole AFC East to play. He's got Patriots, Bills, and Dolphins still left on the schedule. That's a tough draw.
yeah. It is. Yeah,
And being
and
one
then
game
Packers
down.
and Cardinals still.
But I'm gonna put him bubble because I don't think either of these teams,
Yeah,
are
they
in the
haven't.
playoffs with a bullet,
No, they haven't. Yeah, they haven't punched their tickets yet. So yeah, and then probably the other two can go below average. I think we already put them there, right? The Rams and the 49ers. Yeah, gotcha. Cool. So that wraps up NFC West. Anything else we want to discuss about? I mean, Derek, if he loses the division here, that's gonna be a huge indictment on his Madden career. Like this is arguably the easiest division to be
Not
in.
arguable. Not arguable.
Yeah, it's a thank you. I didn't again like no disrespect to anybody, but this is the easiest division to win. I mean, you have 4 wins in any other division, especially on some of the tougher ones. You're done. There's no coming back from it. I mean, and then he's still number one in division. If the playoffs ended right now, he would be in playoffs with 5 and 6 schedule. I'm sorry, 5 wins, not 4. Um, but yeah, I think that wraps up pretty much NFC West. So what teams we have left down here? Let's see.
I think an interesting one to talk about is the Bengals because they're 3 games behind the Browns.
Yeah.
And like Scott still has to play the Patriots. Like
Yeah, and that the game, he lost the game. He lost against the Chiefs, which was a tough one to lose. Coming off a great win against the Commanders, and then he looked like he was gonna win that game too. Uh, Tough loss, and that hurts. That hurts. AFC loss, in a playoff race already. That tiebreaker is gonna hurt him because Chiefs are putting wins together. Here and there, so they're still 7-4. They're tied with the Raiders for a second in division. So, but yeah, Bengals got Panthers, Patriots, Broncos. Oof. Yeah,
yeah.
next 3. And I mean, we're talking about if you go through 3 game losing streak, excuse me, you're buried there. There's no coming back from there. So I would say maybe not this year. Looks like Browns are gonna survive.
Damn. All right. So maybe we move the Browns up to tournament bound after kind of litigating that.
That's
And
true. Yeah, I
Bengals
mean,
that was the season there when they lost to the Chiefs in overtime.
I think so. Yeah, unfortunately,
Damn. That sucks.
because even after that, he has easy game against the Ravens, and then Ravens, and then Raiders and Steelers. neither of those are nobody would call the easy games. I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that kind of launched Browns back up to uh into a tournament bound. I missed that one. What was that?
Oh, that was our boy Stephen Sholey, Eagles, saying hopefully I can pull off another upset.
That would be huge, bro. You put those wins together, you build off of them, learn a couple of things, learn some tendencies of some of these great users, and next thing you know, like for newcomers, I think I've mentioned this on a pod before. I don't know if I've said it for the newcomers. I
Hmm.
started the season. I'm not, no big success story, but my first season when I came into the league, I was 1-16. My worst worst season ever by far. 1-16 totally sucked. I thought I was not gonna get better ever. And then since then I haven't had less than 10 wins, 10 win season. So he turns around just like that, just as fast as that. You just once it clicks, there's no coming back. Unfortunately, it happens uh opposite also for some players, which is I guess it's natural, right? Some people get better, some people get worse. All right. So who do we have left here? Let's see the Falcons.
Falcons, I think we could pretty much lock them into an NFC wildcard spot. I think Stevie will probably take that division, but I'd be
Yeah,
fully shocked if they don't make the playoffs. They're the
yeah,
defending champs.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, Bills. Let's go down the line. What we feel about how we feel about the Bills.
The Bills are definitely a bubble team. I think we've got kind of a cluster of AFC teams on the bubble,
Yeah.
like Patriots, Chiefs, Raiders, and Chargers. And then I think if we were to kind of look at all of them together, we can talk about all of them. But I think if we were to put them in kind of in order, it would be like this kind of. What do you think about that?
I think Raiders are above the Patriots. Currently in
Why?
the sixth seed, better AFC, better division record. So if tiebreakers were a thing, Raiders are 4-2, and Patriots are 3-3. Right? No, not 4-2.
Okay.
I'm lying. I'm 3-2. I got one more game left. But still, that's still a better record than 3-3. And right now I hold a higher seed. So if we're saying today, I think I have better shot at the playoffs. Because let's look at. I think we
You
talked about.
definitely. I think you have an easier schedule too.
Yeah, we both have similar schedules, but I think you have tougher opponents in Dolphins. No, yeah, you have two more Dolphin games, right?
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I gave you 3-3. I already chalked those up to the losses. That's my bad. I thought
Yeah.
you already
What am
played
I?
all yours, so you must be
I think
3-1.
no, I'm 2-1 in the division. I have 3 division games left.
Oh, interesting.
I played Timmy also.
I see that. No, no, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I got one more game against Timmy.
Oh, I'm looking at Bills. I'm so stupid. All right, you're right. I was like, no, no,
That's
yeah,
fine though. I'm
yeah,
good with
yeah.
Raiders being ahead of the Patriots. That's fair. I mean, if you lose to the Browns CPU tonight,
Yeah, if we lose to the Browns, we can hop back on when go back and live, and we can bump him down.
yeah, okay, cool.
No, yeah, I think I like that. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was doing. That's why I was on Bills. I was gonna look at his remaining schedule to see like if he really has a shot at the seventh seed. I mean, obviously he's gonna if he beats the Patriots, that's probably his biggest game coming up because he has Seahawks and 49ers. He's put a couple of wins together here. Won 4 games in the last 5 attempts after starting a season really dreadful. Let's see, he beat the Jets, he beat the Patriots. Those are big wins, and then he has 2 easy games coming up, so he can pick up a steam here for sure.
Him against the Jaguars is going to be an extremely interesting game. He's got a big stretch, 15, 16, 17. He's got Patriots, Jags, Dolphins. That's his season
Yeah,
there. Those
yeah,
3 games.
that's what I'm saying. It's good that he's going in there with some easy games. I mean, including the Rams, he's probably going to go in there with a 4 game winning streak. Probably some morale boosts, some attribute boosts that players get on winning streaks and stuff like that. And it's gonna need it against the Pats, Jags, and Dolphins, like you said. But yeah, that's gonna be the season. So you're right. They're definitely on a bubble, and we're gonna find out by week 17. If there's
Need Lou to take out Timmy next week. That is a huge game. If Lou
Ooh,
can pull off that upset, whew,
would be
that would be
love
huge.
upsets, unless I'm the one who's getting upset. Um, but yeah, otherwise I love seeing upsets. They're so electric.
Let's
All right,
talk. Let's talk
Chargers.
Chiefs real quick.
Oh, Chiefs, gotcha. So Chiefs, I mean, guys got good wins on the season. Wins against
He
the
just had that
Falcons.
gritty win against the Bengals. He was down 17-7 in the fourth quarter and wins in overtime 23-17. That was fucking crazy. Scott almost won with a game-winning field goal. He got a pick with like 10 seconds left, ran it back to like the 40, missed the field goal,
Mm,
and Phil got the win. Like that's keeping his season alive right now.
for sure is an you know, he has decent wins and he has some tough losses. Okay, he has good wins against the Falcons and the Bills, but then he has lost against Steelers and division loss against Raiders and Broncos. He has two more division games against the Chargers, so that's going to be an interesting one. And Chargers are by no means dead yet. They're 6-6. They're still alive. They're only game and a half behind, I guess, because would that be game and a half? 7-4 versus 6-6.
Yep.
One game. Yeah, game
Game
and
and
a
a
half.
half.
Yeah, game and a half behind. So those two wins against the Chiefs could be those enough to project themselves up there with the Raiders right now. So, but they still have a game against the Raiders, so they can make that loss kind of even it out when it comes to division race. Obviously Broncos have run away with it. So, but yeah, not a easy schedule for my guy either. Again, Chargers, Browns, Chargers, Raiders, Panthers. So tough stretch for sure. He's gonna have to probably gut out some wins. And honestly, if by the time he's playing Raiders in week 16, he might. I mean, if he doesn't win this next 2 out of the next 3 games, he might be already out.
Shit.
Yeah.
And he's got the Browns CPU.
Yep. Just
I
right
think,
after me.
yeah.
Yeah. Week 14. So, he did say that Trey Lance has figured things out. He said that they're very confident after their last win against the Bengals. Trey Lance is coming all together. So, I like Phil. I love Phil. I'm in love with. What am I? No, I'm just. I like Phil. I think he's good enough user to overcome, some of the obstacles he faced against the really good users. Meaning, like he can hang in any kind of game against anybody.
Mhm.
So, I think he has a chance. Obviously, he has a chance. Yeah, it's gonna be tough road though. Yeah,
What about Brina? He just beat Trout, handled Trout.
yeah. Chargers are nice on nice 2-game winning streak. He's having tough time in the division. Got swept by the Broncos and the Raiders. So 4 losses in the
Yeah.
division is gonna be tough to overcome. Okay.
Mhm.
Now he's a 6-win team, so if he wins last 5 games, the division record might not matter when overall record's better. Let's see. Yes, Chiefs twice. So he kind of has the same schedule as I did against the division rival, which was him. I played Chargers, and then I had a bye, and then I played Chargers after the bye again. He has a kind of same schedule. Chiefs by Chiefs. So this is a big Phil versus Brina week coming up. Like
I
this.
think they'll kind of cannibalize each other. Those two teams, like they're going to go to battle in these next 3 weeks, and
Yeah.
only one of them is going to be left standing: the Chiefs or the Chargers.
Yeah, because if they split, you'd imagine the Chiefs are gonna have a
Hmm.
and edge against they're gonna edge out against the Chargers. But if Chargers can manage to sweep here and finish the season with 2-4 in division and get to 8-6 while dropping Chiefs to what that would be like
7-6
7-6. Yeah,
or 7-7 or 8-6.
7-7,
Yeah, sure.
whatever. Yeah, if he beats the Brown CP or not,
Hmm.
that would be yeah. It's gonna be an interesting stretch. This week is gonna be an interesting stretch for our West Coast boys. And then Panthers, Steelers, Jets. Chargers gonna have to figure out how to beat good old Stevie. and good old Joke for sure.
Joke to end the season too is tough. Let me just slide Alex into tournament bound. He's definitely making the playoffs.
Yeah,
Um, to put a
quietly,
yeah,
quietly, just kind of take care of business. I mean, he's not killing it out there, but 7-4, like leading the division comfortably, nothing to worry about, right? Um,
definitely the beneficiary of the Jags having a terrible season so
for
far.
sure, for sure. I mean, he's lost to Broncos, Jets, and Packers, and then week one, very uncharacteristic. Wow, help me out
Let's
here.
go. You got it. No, you got it.
Uncharacteristic loss against the Titans. Jesus, is it late?
It
Yeah,
is getting late.
yeah, it's 9:30. It's my bedtime. 52-25 loss against the Titans. That's when we were like probably the highest on Caleb Williams' hype, and then
Mm-hmm.
since then not so much. But yeah, I think that's enough said. He has
So to
some
put it,
easy games, some tough games coming up. He'll be fine.
yeah. So to put a bow on this AFC bubble teams, because now we've got all the AFC teams are off the board. Okay, we've got these two probably going to win their division.
Mm-hmm.
Jets is looking like the lock for the wild card spot.
Yeah.
Browns and Texans will win their division because they have kind of the easier divisions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got these 5 teams here, and they're battling for 2 spots.
And this is the two best divisions in the
Wow, yeah, all coming
all
from the
Madden.
same 2 divisions.
AFC East, AFC West. Those are two best divisions in the league right now, I think. And they're all very competitive. Obviously, we have a two-time Super Bowl champion, a very scrappy Chiefs team, Super Bowl champion in Timmy, who's on kind of like a winning streak right now. Chargers a very successful team. Raiders, obviously, like I said, hasn't had a losing season since his first season in the league. So yeah, tough one. And then we got Cardinals and Seahawks kind of like duking it out, see who's gonna take the division, but we probably think it's gonna be Cardinals.
Facts. All right, let's touch on these last 3 teams here. 2
Ooh.
NFC North teams and the Commanders.
Yeah. So we got the Bears at 6-5, and we have the Lions at 7-4. Lions are big Cowboys fans this week because if Cowboys can bump
Mm,
Chicago to 6-6 and Lions take care of business against the Jags, struggling Jags, right? I think we can say that they're they're taking one the 6th or 7th seed in the playoffs.
I
Because
think you're
Green Bay,
right.
yeah,
It's tough to put any of these 3 teams.
in the
This is
tournament
kind of
bound.
yeah, this is kind of the NFC's version of this, wild
Yeah,
card mix up we have here. So let's kind of put them all right here.
because
And I'm gonna
Washington's 7-5 also. Yeah, let me see
mhm.
Washington. What's Commander's schedule coming up because that might be. I want to see if these guys are clashing against each other at all. Um, Game versus Packers, obviously this week. Giants, and then Giants twice, and then he has two easy games against Eagles and Ravens. Eagles, hey, big upset guy this year too. So, um, it, it, if I had to estimate wins and losses here, I imagine Commanders finish with 10 wins. Let me go to the Bears. Let's see what their schedule remains. Let's say Cowboys, Titans, Texans, Lions, Colts, Vikings. Oh, okay. So 1, 2, 3. Same with Bears. Probably finish winning another 3 games at least. That would put in 9 wins, and then we have the Lions. It's good podcasting. All right, Lions, Jags, Rams, Cards, Bears, Falcons, and Packers. Jeez. Look at this last 4 weeks for the Lions. Cardinals, Bears, Falcons, and Packers. Huge.
Yeah, it's
Huge
tough.
4 week stretch. Yeah. Interesting. With the schedule alone, I like the Commanders' chances better than the Lions right now. Just going off schedule alone. But
All right,
we'll
if I'm going off gut alone, then I'm
look at
seeing
that.
Dallin as stepping down as commissioner. you know, putting the league
Ooh.
on the back burner a little bit. That's not a guy I'm
Oh,
betting on to make a playoff run right now.
okay.
Honestly, he's trending
I
down
thought
in
you
my
were
mind.
going somewhere else. I thought you were going the opposite direction. Like, hey, he's stepping down for a commish. He's gonna have more time to dedicate to
Mm,
Madden, play on his.
nah.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think he's stepping back a little bit from Madden overall. So I can listen to that. But I like this lineup. Bubble team is obviously gotta be the biggest, your biggest group. Now, if you had to put your finger on one team from each conference, like
Mhm.
no doubt, I think these guys are the favorites to come out of these bubble teams. Who are your two?
Mhm. I got to go with the AFC. I'm going with the Patriots. I know it's lame to pick yourself, but I
I was
think
gonna do the same thing.
I've never missed the playoffs. I don't intend on starting missing the playoffs this season. So I think one of those last two spots is definitely going to be mine. I'm interested to see who gets the other one out of Raiders, Chiefs. Bills have a very uphill battle, and I think the Chargers are kind of done. So it's more like Raiders and Chiefs are duking it out for the last spot. I'm very interested to see who pulls that out, but I think Patriots are the
Okay,
most locked there.
and then
And then NFC,
one team that you are the most confident. Obviously, Cardinals are. Let's leave the Cardinals Seahawks out of there because
yeah.
whoever's gonna lose the least is gonna take that division.
I think it's going to be. Uh, I'm
Lions,
fighting. I'm fighting
Commanders.
between Lions and Bears. Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, if I had to choose between those two, I'd go with Lions. Just because I don't know, man. Again, it's so weird seeing uh O'Connell being so low on passing yards. It's just very unlikely that not quarterback, but user like Adam is struggling in passing. And for me to see that, even though he had a gutsy win against uh who was it? Oh, Derek. It is the
Mhm.
Cardinals right just now. Um, maybe that gives them a nice boost. You know what? I'm gonna go with Lions.
Okay. I'm
All
gonna
right.
go with. I'll go with Bears then.
Okay, I'm going Raiders and Lions. You're going Patriots and Bears. I mean,
Okay.
historically, you're probably choosing two prior conference champions respectively, and I'm choosing two
Hmm.
teams that probably haven't made the playoffs. Have Lions made the playoffs before?
They have, yeah, but
Okay.
he's on a started 7-2. He's on a 2-game losing streak.
And a tough schedule coming up. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you could talk me into it for sure. But he actually you did talk me into it because Commanders was a team I was going to, and then you kind of said, he's half retired from Madden, so hopefully not. Man, this is a beautiful playoff picture.
I know, dude, and I'm excited. We'll probably pod in like a week or so. We'll be 3 week. We'll probably have like 3 games left in the season. I want to pull this right back up because I feel like we're going to be able to yank out some bubble teams. Right, we'll be able to
Yep.
pull out either the Chargers or the Chiefs, depending on how those games go. We
Mhm.
might be able to lock in the Browns. Right,
Yeah,
a lot of things are going to be decided over these next few Madden weeks. So we'll pull this back up and we'll make some changes as we get closer to the playoffs.
for sure. See, that wraps it up for today. Nice hour and a half pod for the boys. I know we've been absent. I had to give my co-host a well-deserved break. Hopefully, you enjoyed that. Welcome back. We're gonna be back at it. Pumping out content like we usually do. Uh, you know, you guys got questions? Hit us up. Good catching up with you, my guy. Good talking some MADN. What's up?
Oh, and be on the lookout. I know Timmy mocking up some T-shirts,
Mm,
some all Madden T-shirts. We were talking about concepts between me and him earlier today. I was thinking like, you know, just a little pocket size all Madden logo, and then maybe like if you wanted it, I don't know, put like the logos you've had as your teams like on the back. I was thinking it would
ooh,
be kind of cool to have
that's
like
dangerous.
49ers trophy, Patriots trophy like on the back. Like that'd be kind of cool. I don't know. What do you think?
No, I mean I'm not wearing a Raiders fucking merch, bro. No
All
shot.
right. Yeah. True.
No,
That is an issue.
yeah, no shot. But your head's in the right spot. Thanks, RK, by the way. Um,
Yeah, appreciate it, bro.
yeah, let's wrap this bad boy up.
Well, RK did send me one clip. Do you want me to show you the clip?
What is the flip?
We haven't really been getting highlights
Oh, let's do it.
because
I swear, if it's against me, I'm losing my shit. God damn it. Dude has too much time on his hands. For somebody who has such a busy schedule doing 17 pods a day. All these
I know, right?
Jeez. Great game against them. It's always fun playing against the Broncos. At least first 3 quarters. Last quarter gets a little 3-3 on a season. I'm very proud of it. I'm keeping them right there, at arm's length. So next season we're coming back. We resigned all the players. We're loaded up on the draft capital. We're coming after the Broncos. It's time for the Raiders to shine.
Okay, all right.
Then
Looking forward
we
to
can
it.
wrap it up. Yeah. All right. Thanks for chiming in for all the homies who did. Great talking to you, bro. And we'll see you next time.
Peace out, boys.